Here, courtroom didn't just shake. It short-circuited like someone plugged the justice system into a dodgy extension cord. General Lishabani walked in, thinking he was about to give a calm, responsible explanation. Instead, he accidentally opened a portal of chaos so big, even the ceiling lights started reconsidering their life choices. He thought he was helping the investigation, helping justice, helping the country. Meanwhile, Gininda was behind the scenes rubbing his hands like a cartoon villain saying, "Yes, bring me more witnesses to intimidate." And then boom, Zungu arrives trembling like a SIM card in a stolen phone, saying he's being threatened, harassed, silenced, and forced to write fiction. Like he's ghostwriting a crime novel for someone who can't spell ethics. The courtroom didn't just go quiet. It went load-shedding stage 16 quiet. What you're about to hear will make you question whether this is a courtroom or a group project gone wrong. Oh, bless General Lishabani. He really thought he was contributing to justice. He thought he was part of a noble mission. He thought he was helping the country heal. Meanwhile, he was unknowingly feeding a monster that snacks on ethics and washes it down with intimidation juice. Then Zungu comes back crying. "I'm being threatened. They say I'm an informer. They want me to lie." And Lishabani is standing there like a parent who just discovered their child's school project is actually a bomb. He tries to arrange a meeting with the minister. You know, the adult in the room. But Zungu says, No, Gininda said I mustn't talk to the minister because nothing screams innocent investigator like blocking a witness from speaking to the highest authority. By the time Zungu says, "I wrote the false statement because they threatened to arrest me," the courtroom is sitting there like, is this an investigation or a hostage situation with stationery? Brace yourself. The next part had the courtroom blinking like faulty traffic lights. And if you think I'm exaggerating, wait until you hear Zungu himself, because what he told the court next didn't just raise eyebrows, it raised ancestors.
Line number 6. You said Warrant Officer Makubu had reservations. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, because he was sort of saying to Zungu, he himself, Makubu, arrested Unkani. And there was no way in which he can be involved there because at that time he was in prison.
Lana ke ku paragraph 6 noma ke ku line 6 uthi ke warrant officer Makubo wayenako ke ukunga sithathe ke noma ke ungakholwa ke lokho kushiwo noma ke ungabaza kuloko kushiwo uZungu usho ukuthini ngoba yena ke warrant officer Makubo watshela uConstable Zungu ukuthi ke uyena owabopha unkani nokuthi unkani ngaleso sikhathi leso ke wayesejele
and he never refused to work with Zungu.
Futhi ke akaze anqabe ukusebenza noZungu.
He said we will go on with the investigation.
Washo wathi sizoqhubeka nophenyo.
And I was happy with it.
Lokho ke kwangijabulisa.
Thank you, General. Paragraph 9. Later in the year, I received a phone call from Brigadier Gininda, who requested me to arrange a meeting with Constable Zungu on the Senzo case. I freely and openly assisted Brigadier Gininda to coordinate the meeting. I do know that the meeting took place and investigation carried on. I also advised Brigadier Gininda to look after Constable Zungu. I safely Zungu's safety and follow the investigations proper as I believe him. I also recall what Constable Zungu said. The details of what this suspect did came from Kwabini, who shared such with him. After I received a call from Brigadier Gininda, I gave my full support to him and shared everything I would with him at the time. I did this because I had trust to the Brigadier, and I believe he also trusted.
Kamuva ke noma ke usuhambileke unyaka ngathola ucingo olakubuya kuyena uBrigadier Gininda owangicela ukuthi ke angihlele umhlangano naye uConstable Zungu kulona ke icala lika Senzo. Ngathi ke ngokukhululekile ngakwenza ke noma ngamlekelela ke uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi ke ngihlanganise umhlangano lowo ngiyazi ukuthi ke umhlangano wenzeka nophenyo ke lwaqhubeka futhi ke ngaqhubeka ke ngameluleka ke uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi ke abheke ke udaba lokuvikeleka kwakhe uConstable Zungu nokuthi futhi ke uphenyo ke luqhubeke ngendlela nanjengoba ngangimkholwa ke. Ngiyakhumbula futhi ke ukuthi uConstable Zungu wathi ke imininingwane yako ke lokho mayelana nabasolwa ukuthi benzani ukuthi ke lokho kwakubuya kuyena uGwabeni okwawuyena ke owamtshela lokho. Emuva kokuthi ngathola ucingo olubuya kuyena uBrigadier Gininda ngameseka ke ngokuphelele futhi ke ngimtshela yonke into ngaleso sikhathi ngamtshela yonke into ngaleso sikhathi. Ngakwenza lokho ke ngoba ngangimthemba uBrigadier ngikholwa ke ukuthi naye futhi uyangethemba.
Were you present during the meeting between Constable Zungu and Brigadier Gininda?
No, my lord. Let me say, my lord, it's true. I received a call from Brigadier Gininda who said, General Lishaba, I'm from head office. General Sithole gave me your constable to work with.
Wawukhona yini ke kumhlangano ophakathi koBrigadier Gininda kanye no Constable Zungu cha ngosenkantolo kodwa ke angisho lokho ukuthi ngempela ngathola ucingo olwalubuya kuyena ke uBrigadier Gininda wangitshela ke ukuthi ke uGeneral Sithole wanikeza ke uConstable wakho ukuthi angisebenze naye.
By that time I was happy because now General Sithole gave it to Gininda, no longer Buthelezi and Makubu.
Ngaleso sikhathi ngajabula ke ngoba ngaleso sikhathi leso ke manje ke uGeneral Sithole wase enikezela ke manje umsebenzi uBrigadier Gininda sekungasekho ke manje kumakhubo kanye noButhelezi.
And you supported them?
I supported him to the fullest, my lord.
Ngameseka ngokuphelele Nkosi enkantolo.
And I trusted him because he's a soft-spoken person, my lord.
Ngamethemba ke futhi noma ngokuthi nangokukhuluma ke futhi ke umuntu nje oyikhulumela phansi.
He can convince anyone.
Nanoma ubani ke angamenza ukuthi ke cha into ayishoyo ke ayithathe noma ke ayikhole.
Okay, paragraph 10, it's the last paragraph, my lord. I was approached by Constable Zungu around 2020. Late to early 2021, he informed me that there is a warrant officer that is targeting him because he was my informer. We agreed that it will be the best to transfer him to Sebenza SAPS for his safety. This was done in few months from then. I retired from the police. I never communicated with any hitman. Any hitman compromised his safety. In fact, I supported Brigadier Gininda on the information Constable Zungu was sharing with us. Brigadier Gininda also assisted me that he will do everything, assured me that he will do everything he can to protect him while they are investigating.
Ufundeka ngalendlela ke uparagraph 10. Kweza kumina ke uConstable Zungu ngo2020 mase kuzoqala ke u2021 wangitshela ke ukuthi ke kwakuno warrant officer ke owaye emtargetileke noma ke ebhekene naye ke ngoba ke ethi ke kuyena ke ungilethela ke umbiko noma unikeza ke information phecelezi ke uyi-informer yami. Savumelana ke ukuthi ke kuzoba kuhleke ukuthi ke ayeke kwesinye istage lapho ke atransfera khona ke ukuthi aye esebenza. Izathu ke saloko kwakuvikeleka kwakhe. Lokho kwenzeka ke lokho kwathi ke ngesikhathi ke seyinyanga nje ezimbalwa ke ngase ngibeka phansi ke emsebenzini noma ke emaphoyiseni angazeke ngikhulume nanoma ubani noma ke nayiphi ke inkabi nokuthi futhi ke ukube nenkinga ke nokuvikeleka kwakhe. Eqinisweni ke ngameseka ke uBrigadier Gininda kanye futhi ke nolwazi lolo ke uConstable Zungu angitshela lona noma ayesitshela lona uBrigadier Gininda ke wangiqinisekisa ke ukuthi ke uzokwenza konke ke ukuthi ke amvikele ngalesikhathi ke babe saphenya.
My lord, I want to indicate that before Zungu came to me, but that time I was having a serious suspicion.
Ngifuna ke ukusho Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ngaphambi kokuthi ke uZungu eze kumina ngaleso sikhathi leso ke ngangineyintsolo ke.
Why, my lord, is that I wanted me to get the other independent person, National Minister Bheki, to know the story of Zungu.
Ngoba ke ngangifuna ke omunye umuntu ke oyimele ucommissioner ke ubhekicele ukuthi ke alwazi udaba lukaZungu,
Because he was not aware of this information coming from Zungu and Gwabini.
ngoba ke wayengazi ke ngaludaba lolu ke olwabuya kuyena uZungu kanye noGwabeni.
And many police officers, they were also reporting to him.
Futhi ke namaphoyisa amaningi ke ayereporta kuyena.
I wanted the minister to get the full hand information, and he refused to meet the minister.
Futhi ke ngangifuna ke ukuthi ungqongqoshe akuthole konke noma umbiko awuthole wonke kodwa wanqaba ke ukuthi ahlangane naye ungqongqoshe.
And I told him that I've already made arrangement that no, because the minister was going to come to a funeral of a dead policeman. He must come with me there so that he can brief the minister in private. And he promised me to say yes. Later on, he said no.
Ngakhuluma naye ukuthi ke ungqongqoshe wayezoza ke umngcwabo wephoyisa ke elalishonile ukuthi ke ahlangane naye abesemtshela yonke into waqale wavuma ke kamuva wabe esethi cha.
He said they told him not to meet the minister.
Wathi kumina ke cha ngingahlangani nongqongqoshe.
He said, Brigadier Gininda said he must not meet with the minister.
Wathi uBrigadier Gininda wamtshela ukuthi angahlangani nongqongqoshe.
Yes, lucky enough, when he came during that time, you said, my lord, he said, General Shaban, I've got a problem.
Wathi ke uma eseza ke ngaleso sikhathi leso wathi General Shaban nginenkinga.
And he said, there is one warrant officer, it was Baloyi.
Wathi ke kunalo warrant officer nje oyedwa uthi wathi ke kwakuBaloyi.
He's harassing him because he's saying that, no, I am your informer.
Ukuthi ke nje lo warrant officer ke wayehlezi nje na ke emlandelela ke ethi ke wena ke uphathela ugeneral ke noma ke uhambisa ke ulwazi noma information ke ugeneral uinformer yakhe.
I told him that no, the same warrant officer Baloyi, we have arrested him previously for corruption.
Ngamtshela ukuthi lo warrant officer Baloyi okhuluma ngaye sesake sambopha ngaphambili simbophela ukwabanisa.
But he won the case.
Kodwa ke icala lelo ke walwini.
And it's where he said, you know what, General, I'm the one who came to you, not vice versa. I'm the one who came to you with the information.
Wabe sethi kumina ke uyazi ukuthi yini ke General yimina oweza wena.
I've got this problem.
Nalenkinga.
Brigadier Gininda is forcing me to write false statement with this case against you to say that you were involved in certain cases of taxes and you will be arrested anytime.
Ukuthi ke uBrigadier Gininda uyangiphoqa ukuthi ke angibhale istatement engasona ngawe ukuthi ke kunala ombandakanye kakhona ke kumacala amatekisi nokuthi ke futhi ke ungaboshwa nanoma yinini.
He said yes, you know what, I didn't know every time they were going to arrest him. I gave him the statement. Remember, it was 2020. I gave him the statement.
So who gave who the statement?
Zungu gave Gininda statement.
Ukuthi ke
And you know, he was forcing him to write.
okay ukuthi ke wabe sethi yena ke Constable Zungu wasegcina ke emnikeza uBrigadier Gininda istatement ngoba babemphoqa ke ukuthi ke asibhale.
And then he said to me, General Shaban, so with this, what do you say? I said, don't worry, but everything, I put it to God.
Wabe sethi kumina ke wena ke General Shabane uthini ke ngathi mina cha ungayihluphi ke ngaloko konke ke ngikunikeza ke uNkulunkulu noma ngikubeka kuNkulunkulu.
And I immediately make arrangement. I transferred him to Sebenza.
Ngase ke ngaleso sikhathi leso ke ngamdlulisela ke ukuthi kahamba yosebenza kwistation ke esibizwa ngokuthi ke isebenza.
From that time, I never met him.
Suka ke ngaleso sikhathi leso ke angaze ke ngihlangane naye.
It's where I found, I've done my complaint, the SMS, to National Commissioner Sitole and also the Provincial Commissioner Mawela to say, please take note of this. This poor constable is being forced to write false statement, as he told me.
Ilapho-ke esengibhala-ke manje-ke noma sengiqhafazela yena-ke uGeneral Commissioner uSithole kanye naye-ke u-Provincial Commissioner uMawela-ke ngithi ngiyacela-ke nikubheke-ke lokhu ukuthi lo constable lona-ke uyaphoqwa ukuthi-ke akabhale istatimende engasilona iqiniso ngami.
And then I said,
Just help me, General, sorry to interrupt you. The reason for you to transfer Constable Zungu to Sebenza,
was because of warrant officer. He said, I was not there. He said, warrant officer Balui is harassing him because he said he is my informer.
Izathu General sokuthi-ke Constable Zungu aye esebenza kwangoba yiloko ayengitshela kona ngangingekho mina yiloko ayengitshela kona ukuthi kwakungenxa ka warrant officer Baloyi owayethi ulethela mina umbiko.
so you were protecting him from that harassment? From
Yes, remember
Warrant Officer Baloyi.
by that time, 2020, he was constantly under the supervision of Brigadier Kininda.
Okusho ukuthi-ke manje wawumvikela-ke kuloko yebo. Ukhumbuleke ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso-ke manje wayesebenza-ke u-2020 esebenza engaphansi kwakhe-ke uBrigadier Kininda.
And you did not transfer, it's not that you transferred him to Sebenza police station because there were people related to accused number 5 who wanted to kill him.
No, my lord, because why? He was working with Kininda.
Ukuthi-ke aye esebenza kwangekho ngenxa yokuthi-ke kwakunabantu bomndeni kaMsola wesihlanu abefuna ukumbulala cha ngoba wayesebenza ngaphansi koGininda.
And I know nothing about these people who are there.
Ngoba futhi-ke akukho lutho engilwaziyo ngalabantu abalapha
And they don't know me.
nabo abangazi.
Thank you, my lord. Can we take a short adjournment?
Yes, yeah.
Just when you think the circus is over, just when you think the clowns have packed up, here comes the mid-roll punch that knocks the popcorn out your hand. Let's recap, shall we? General Lishabani thought he was helping justice. Instead, he was unknowingly assisting a man who treats witnesses like contestants on Survivor Saps Edition. Zungu wasn't giving evidence. He wasn't supporting the case. He wasn't strengthening the investigation. He was writing a false statement under threat, being told not to speak to the minister, and being harassed by Baloyi like it's a side quest in a bad video game. And the justice system, standing there like, wow, shocking. Couldn't have seen this coming. Meanwhile, the rest of us are wiping teasers, laughing and crying like we're watching a telenovela, with subtitles that don't match. This isn't a mid-roll. This is a mid-trial slap from the universe, a reminder that the monster Lishabani accidentally fed didn't just grow, it started rearranging the furniture in the entire justice system. Keep your eyes open. The next witness might just turn this trial into a full-blown comedy special. Well, if anyone walked into this trial expecting professionalism, order, or even basic adult behavior, I hope they kept the receipt. General Lishabani thought he was helping. Zungu thought he was safe. The court thought it was hearing evidence. Meanwhile, Gininda was allegedly running a fear-based loyalty program with 0 rewards and maximum threats. And now we're all sitting here with teasers rolling down our faces, laughing and crying like we just watched a courtroom telenovela, directed by someone who lost a bet. If this is how investigations are run, then the Constitution deserves hazard pay. I'll leave it right there, before the ceiling collapses from embarrassment. If you think today was chaotic, wait until you see what happens when the next witness realizes. The courtroom isn't a court anymore. It's a live-action comedy special with legal paperwork. Stay right here. Don't blink. Don't breathe too loudly, because in this trial, the drama doesn't continue, it mutates. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm Skybridge. Goodbye.